Spotted, Vanessa from Gossip Girl in the opening sequence looking like she's from the Upper East Side. Okay, so Hallmark is severely lacking in their holiday representation on most of them, besides Christmas and Valentine's Day. But they do have an April Fool's Day movie. Yes, you heard that right. The holiday isn't even super important to the overall plot, but that's kind of true for a lot of Hallmark movies. It's called Lucky in Love from 2014. Meryl works for a company. I'm not entirely sure what it is exactly, but they're trying to make a social media app to beat out all other social media. She's working really hard for a promotion, wants to get her own place, and really wants to find the perfect guy. She works with her friend Jonah, who gives us our first April Fool's joke by saying he's going to work for the company's biggest competitor. What he really wants to do is publish his children's book series. The next April Fool's joke is her sister saying that she has someone for her to meet and shows her a picture of an ape. Her sister and everyone else in the movie seem to be really judgy and rude about her having dreams and goals. I think that's the whole point of the movie though. When walking on the street, she runs into a guy, Liam, and asks if she can take a picture with him to send to her sister saying that he's her boyfriend as an April Fool's joke. Mira, her roommate, and their other friend all get together to watch this TV show on a regular basis. This time, she announces that she's moving out and shows them pictures of her dream home that she saw earlier that day. But then she says she can't afford it, so April Fools. That one's just sad. Then they find the picture with Liam, and she says that's her perfect guy, but he never texts her back. Jonah texts her to get some sleep, and she texts back that she's head of the department at work. April Fools. Now it's the next day, so the holiday's already over, and it's 15 minutes into the movie. In the morning, she gets stuck in the elevator with her boss's boss. I think the lady is head of the company. Boss lady asks to see her proposal and she shows her, but she has no reaction. When she gets to her desk, Liam is waiting for her to ask her out to dinner. At a work meeting, boss lady promotes Mira to new VP of the department over how amazing her idea was. She gets a huge office, the corporate townhouse, and her salary is tripled. So basically all of her April Fool's jokes came true. With traffic and transport, her new place is about 2 hours away from her friends. She goes out to dinner with Liam, and it's seemingly perfect. She calls off a work meeting, forgets her date, and Liam shows up to take her to a 16-course dinner. Her board meeting gets moved up to Friday, which really stresses her out. She struggles to sleep over it and texts Jonah, who immediately calls her to tell her a silly story to help clear her mind. Her friends commuted the 2 hours to see her, but she's so focused on work and barely gives them any attention. Liam starts getting bothered at dinner when she's distracted with work. Jonah and Mira sneak into their company's competitor's launch party where they're announcing the same thing that they're planning on doing. Dun dun dun. Mira's team has to come up with an entire new design ASAP, which makes her even more preoccupied. While her and Jonah are working one night, they take a break to talk about his book and eat dinner, but Liam shows up with food and invites himself in. Jonah gets a call asking him to leave work quickly and come publish his book, and he almost says he needs more time, but then he sees Liam kissing Mira and agrees to leave in 2 days, leaving her hanging. Later, her friends cancel on fondue night, leaving her all alone. The next day, Mira tries to resign, but the boss lady won't let her. Liam surprises her with Kenny Chesney tickets, but she hates country and has to work anyway, so she says no. She complains to Jonah about how unhappy she is that she got everything she ever wanted. He explains the holiday's origins to her, which is good because I almost forgot that was the theme of this movie, so it's nice to have a reminder. The origin is that people in charge would send underlings on a fool's errand, but they'd only be a fool if they accepted the errand. That is so dumb to me. Like being hopeful immediately makes you naive and a fool. Which honestly, these days, it does seem like that sometimes. Then he tells her that he has feelings for her and runs off. The next day, everyone at work has a huge brainstorm session and work gets all figured out. While walking out of the building, Liam shows up and she breaks up with him. Later, she has a work party while Jonah has a book signing. She runs off to his signing as soon as she finds out, but he's already gone, so she goes to their favorite spot to drink her sorrows. Jonah shows up and says he did the same thing and went to her work party, but she was gone, so he came to the bar looking for her. She tells him to kiss her, and they fall in love, because of course they do. That's it for this one. There is also an Easter movie, so stay tuned for that.